When do we want to journal? Well, we want to do this during the lesson. Yes, actually, you do want to journal during the lesson because you want to catch down those ideas and those moments and revisiting things that occur in the midst of teaching. Emoticons are your best friend here. After the lesson, you're going to want to jot down what patterns you've noticed, what attitudes you might have had to deal with. And this is the part where you want to give more details, more meat to things that you may have just jotted during your lesson. You also want to go at the end of the day. Here's where you can add even more verbiage on feelings of how things went. 2 to 3 minutes is really all that's required. I mean, we do have busy lives, and you want to do this shortly after you're done teaching, not when you're having a glass of wine with your husband. You've heard me talk a lot about journaling throughout all of these modules and why we should revisit them. I'm going to say it again because it's worth saying it. The purpose of journaling is to revisit your teaching so that you can strengthen your skills. I mean, this is your craft. This is what you do. This is what you've been called to do. So make it better. Make it stronger. You know, you've got 10 million things on your plate. You're going to forget your ideas that you had, no matter how good they are. So jot them down and then revisit your journals. This helps us become self-aware. We're going to fortify those strengths by identifying our weaknesses. And all of this helps us make repairs and adjustments in our craft. So when we revisit journaling, we got to do this when it works for us. Whatever works for you. What works for me isn't going to work for you. So figure out what is best. And different days are going to be different, as well as different years and how many children you have afterward. So some opportunities to look for when you're revisiting. A great time is at the end of a lesson or a class, the end of the day, the end of the week, the end of the month, the quarter, the semester, during a break that you take of teaching, and at the end of each year. You are going to have dead days, days when you have absolutely no time. You're going to have busy weekends. Try to remember that it's helpful to look for more frequent opportunities. For example, 3 days a week, at the end of the week, at the end of every other week, at the end of the month. I mean, you should have at least 6 to 8 times if you've just got 20 days of schooling a month. Remember not to let it pile up so that the journaling can retain its purpose. What we covered was how and what to journal for individual kids and or classes we may volunteer for. What materials and methods to use, and important things to journal about and when to do so, and the necessity of revisiting journals. So this concludes journaling. And now we have lesson planning next for you guys. And then that's going to be the end of our course. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.